Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. We continue to celebrate all the things that are happening this weekend. Oh boy, and what a bag of celebrations it is. Of course, we have Easter weekend happening. We are celebrating a Tobago this weekend as well. There's a celebration happening. Also, we are still observing Ramadan, and we are getting ready for Spiritual Baptist Liberation Day happening on Saturday. Now, yesterday we had a fantastic show dealing with Spiritual Baptist Liberation, and this morning we're going to continue that conversation and find out how Tobago celebrates. And I want to welcome to the show via phone Dr. Agatha Archie Carrington, Sovereign Mother Superior at the Spiritual Baptist Faith, Inc. Good morning to you, Dr. Carrington.
Good morning, sir. Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to Tobago, and happy Spiritual Baptist Liberation Celebration 2024.
And same to you. Now, I'm really curious, Dr. Carrington, how is Spiritual Baptist Liberation Day usually celebrated in Tobago?
All right, so for Tobago, let me just say, last Sunday there was what you call a liberation service held at Mount Bethel in Pumpmill, where we spent a day celebrating. We had various churches bringing greetings. We had several speakers. The theme was the time is at hand. And we celebrated the day in which the holiday that was given. The various speakers spoke to that, the challenges that we've had, some of the struggles, and indeed some of the triumphs we have had. And so that was what happened last Sunday. This Saturday to come, we look forward to a procession which starts at 9 o'clock at Orange Hill Junction and Clodenwell Highway. And we walk that way, going all the way to Baptist Land. So we are going west of the Army Camp into Michaela Drive and Signal Hill. The day's program promises to be quite interesting. So by 10 o'clock we will arrive there and we'll have songs and praises. Our theme this year is Never Lose Hope, Continue the Fight. As most persons would know, our history is quite a long one. It is now the 73rd year of the repeal of the Prohibition Ordinance. And persons, notwithstanding the challenges, we have been resilient. And we are saying we're not giving up hope. We are going to continue this struggle with respect to whatever challenges we might have faced, because the challenges still persist. Let me just say this year as well, there's a lot of collaboration, much more than last year. And so this year, the Tobago United Spiritual Baptist Assembly, TUSBA we call it, and all other dioceses and the Spiritual Baptist Faith Incorporated will be represented at this event. So we have full representation this year. It shows that there's some improvement in collaboration as we go forward.
Nice. And I love that. I love the coming together and the unity and the collaboration that you keep mentioning. Tell me something, though. You mentioned also that there's still a lot of challenges. Tell me about some of the challenges that you're still facing.
All right. So there have been challenges with respect to representation. Let me just firstly, before I speak to the challenges, just quickly speak about the successes we have had. So we have had, as a people, so we now have the prohibition lifted. We've had that. But we still have, we look forward to, I hope, greater representation, even at the policy level. Those successive governments have included us in some ways. We look forward to much more of that. Some of the challenges with respect to unity coming together. Yes, we have had a Congress that incorporates a few archdioceses, but there are still many independent churches, as it were. And following this year's celebration, going forward, we are going to meet with and try to have many more stakeholders coming together for the dioceses and the independent churches to plan our activities, because, unity is strength. And we want to foster unity and solidarity so that many of the issues we have in terms of our leadership, in terms of everybody coming together, will be addressed.
Fantastic. You mentioned the challenges, because I'm still waiting for you to tell me about the challenges that you're facing and tell me about the positive things so far, and I love that.
Right. So right. Okay, so the challenges that we've had in terms of representation at the policy level, I just mentioned that. We want to be looking forward to those things happening. Some of the challenges we've had is that there's still this issue of us having to demystify the faith. We still have that, and we continue to share information such that persons will understand the faith much more and more. And so that is another challenge that we face. We also have this situation with respect to the values that we must be passed on or have been passed on by our ancestors. And we really are working towards how we could be a sort of beacon of enlightenment so that much more the insight into our faith could be known, much more of our history can be known, and by that way, we will have greater inclusion. Inclusion is a word that we want to speak to. We have been preserving our oral traditions. That is a work in progress because, as you know, as various groups and organizations come together, there may be differences in terms of that activity, and we are working towards dealing with that.
Nice.
Let me just also say, in terms of the Tobago setting, Tobago is trying to build out its Tobago's framework, as it were. So the TUSBA will represent all of Tobago, those or most of the Tobago churches, and that issue of representation, which has been a challenge to create a structure and bringing the churches together. That is improving, so that's another challenge that we've had.
Nice.
So bringing the leadership together is a huge one, as you would know, because we really want to work towards one goal, and that this year we're saying we're not losing hope, we're giving up, we continue in the fight, such as we can make our improvement not just in our faith community, but in our country, island and country at large.
Indeed. And definitely that is the goal. Before we go, I'm really curious about your title. Your title is Sovereign Mother Superior. Can you tell us a little bit about what that title means and what the work entails that goes along with it?
All right. So I have been, for the past 50 years, I have been a practitioner from my youth. This organization, Spiritual Baptist Faith Incorporated, has as its most senior female sovereign mother who gives oversight to all matters concerning not just at the executive level, but gives support to all the other organizations that are worldwide in the faith. So the faith is not like a diocese. The faith is an organization that gives oversight and incorporates any organization that in it you have Spiritual Baptist is part of the faith. It is one faith, and therefore I give oversight of that. Right now, for my portfolio, we are leveraging a large empowerment project for women and girls. Trying to do that, we have just set up the Boris Courtyard, where, as it were, I will lead a charge in terms of holding court on matters concerning women and girls, regardless of which island or country they come from. So we are located in every country, UK, US. There are several provinces throughout the world, and I sit as Sovereign Mother Superior in that regard.
Nice. Well, I'm happy to have learned that, and I thank you so much for the service, and I'm honored to be chatting with you this morning. So thank you so very much for joining us and for sharing this information with us, Dr. Carrington. And I do wish you a happy Spiritual Baptist Liberation Day on Saturday.
I look forward to quite a day on both islands, in Trinidad and in Tobago. Happy Spiritual Baptist Day to all of us, and we look forward to engaging the national community as we celebrate our journey, our faith. Thank you.
All right, take care. That's Dr. Agatha Archie Carrington, a Sovereign Mother Superior of the Spiritual Baptist Faith Incorporated. And she joined us here to give us some information. Of course, on Saturday, they'll be celebrating. They have a nice march that heading to Signal Hill that you can be a part of. They said they should get to Signal Hill by about 10 o'clock in the morning. So if you want to jump on board, feel free to be a part of it and enjoy the festivities. Yeah?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we take a quick break, and when we come back, your phone calls are next. So get ready to give us that call, 622-4010. Stay tuned.